Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Murli.
Yes, you are okay now.
Yeah, I'm okay. Because the weather is not so stable here. Every now and then it rains, then sun comes out, then there is a chill. Everything it is there.
Yes, Bangalore is like that.
Yeah. And on top of it, the pollution also there.
Yes, heavy traffic always.
Yeah.
So we discussed last week about database. I hope you also have watched the videos. So database, the main module is over. All the main modules like security, networking, compute, storage, database, all the five modules are over. Now these two modules, the last modules, are just generally they want to discuss about the basic architecture and all those things. So how we go for cloud architecture, the ninth module. What we are going to discuss here in this topic, in this module, we are going to discuss about well architecture framework, reliability and high availability, and AWS trusted advisor. Now, at the end of this, you'll be able to know what are the principles of well architecture framework, reliability, high availability, and trusted advisor. So, well architecture framework. So, what is meant by framework actually? What is meant by a framework?
So it's a kind of a package, I would say, um, wherein all the steps or maybe the processes are already been listed. We just have to follow them.
Yes, exactly. Already the structure is there, right? We are going to
Yeah.
use it now. Same thing like how we are building a house. Now, for building a house, what you want first? You want first capital, all right, or the
Yeah.
investment what you are going to invest. Then what else? Next step.
All the infrastructure, like say
Whom
cement,
will you?
stone.
No, no. First, whom will you contact? You have the investment. Let us say you have 50 lakh.
Okay.
Now, whom? What is the next step you will do?
Then we need a contractor,
Yes, contractor or engineer, right?
engineer.
Yes, he will give blueprint.
Right.
Correct. Now, once you're okay with that, what you do? This engineer or the contractor will bring the screw and he will build the
Mm.
architecture. So now our
Yes.
work is easy. So now, if we have a structure, that means the engineer will give you some designs of the house. Correct, na? Some people will have their own designs already, or how the house will look like. He will give you the exact blueprint of it. Now,
Correct.
whose job is this? Is the engineer job. That is, let us say, he is an architect. Correct. Now, same
Mm.
thing here also. We are a cloud architect. We are a cloud architect. We are going to give the blueprint. That is a structure and how much it is going to cost and all those things. The budget estimate. Like the engineer will give the budget. Let us take this 50 lakh you have, and the engineer is giving a budget of 55 lakhs. What you will do? You have a budget like 50 lakh, but the engineer whom you are bringing, he is saying 55 lakhs it will take.
Maybe
What you
bargaining
okay, one. Another one,
or arrange for additional capital.
okay, arrange for additional capital. Okay.
Or if not, reduce the scope, right?
Yes, it should not reduce the scope, but who
Yeah.
knows that this engineer only taking more money for him and
Mm.
spending less for our building.
Yeah.
Can we change the engineer itself? Can we ask one more engineer before we start?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
We have to consult, correct? Na? Same thing. So now before we consult means we should have some recommendation. Maybe our friend has built a house recently. He might recommend his engineer. He has some good, giving some good feedback about him. We will take him, correct? Na? Now, same thing, AWS is saying that he is already having a well architecture framework. That means, for example, now cloud has started in 2006. Now 2006 to till now it's already now 20 years it's going to be. Now, will they already have built some websites or applications similar, same kind of application which we are going to build? Let us take we are creating a restaurant application. Will Amazon have already created this kind of restaurant application earlier? Yes or no?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yes, they have been in the industry for 20 years now.
Correct.
Definitely, most of them are used and created. So it's not a big deal for them. So now they know the structure, how to build an architecture or an application for restaurant. Correct. Now they might have started with, for example, a server for T2 micro. Now they found out in the previous experiment that T3 micro is proper for a restaurant application. Correct. Na? So they might
Yeah.
gather all this information. Now they will give you as a tips here. They will give you as a tips, or they will give you suggestions. They will give you suggestions. As we already know, there is a tool for suggestion in AWS. What is that? AWS Trusted Advisor, which we learned in the second module. Yes, same thing. It will give you recommendation. Now we'll be seeing AWS well architecture framework. That means already the frame is ready. Our job is only to take and use it. Our job is only to take and use it. Now, as I just told now, the blueprint. So first we'll give the structure, the architect, and the client is the decision maker. If the client is saying okay for the architecture, architect will give the will bring his crew and finish the complete structure. Right. So design and building. Now, what is this well architecture framework is? It is nothing but a guide for designing infrastructure that are already there. So we are going to define an infrastructure. For that, what are the things necessary? So security, high performing, resilient, efficient. So mainly they will focus on security. The application should be secure. Application should perform highly and resilient. That means if there is anything get repaired, it will automatically come back its original position. Then efficiency, it is fast. Now, a consistent approach to evaluating and implementing cloud architecture. So, what AWS will do, whenever AWS is finding some new idea or new thing which is working fine and reducing the cost, it will take and keep it in its database and it will give as a suggestion to the other upcoming customers. So, this is nothing but it will provide a best practices. What are the best practices when you're designing or developing? So that through lessons learned by reviewing your customer architecture. Already they have multiple millions of customers. From those customers' experience, they will give us the best suggestions and best practices. Now, in this, we are going to see about AWS architecture. We have pillars. We call it as pillars. We have 6 pillars, and the sustainability pillar was been added in the last. Recently, they got added it. But the remaining pillars, what is the pillars of AWS well architecture framework? First one, operational excellence, security, reliability, performance, cost optimization, and sustainability. Let us go into the first one. Before we go, let us see a test. Now, if somebody is asking you, how do you manage your credential and authentication? What you will say? How will you manage your credentials? Let us say you Amazon login. How will you uh, how will you manage your credentials? What you will do?
Maybe keep those credential information in a secured place, wherein
Mm-hmm.
apart from me, nobody should
Mm-hmm.
be able to access it.
Yes. Okay. Any other thing? How
And
you are?
those credential also has to be very unique, not that commonly used one.
Yes. Any other thing? How will you use access your bank accounts? You want to transfer some money to somebody else, or you want to log in?
OTPs.
Yes. So what is that one? We call it as. We already learned that in cloud. Even for our account, we have put that.
Authentication, I think.
What is that called? MFA. What?
MFA.
Multi-factor authentication. We did now.
Mm.
Multi-factor
Yes.
authentication. That's why we are logging in. It'll asking OTP. Now, same things. These are some examples. Correct, right? When I ask you the question like, how do you secure your credentials? Now, same thing. Now, AWS is having the same, right? Now, what are the best practices AWS is suggesting? You see, define requirements of identity and access management. That is, who can access what account? Identity and management access management. Is IAM. Next, secure your root account user always. Secure your root account user always. Enforce multi-factor authentication. Just now we discussed. Next, automate enforcement for access control. For every resource they want to access, we have to put a control. Integrate with centralized federation provider. That means all the resources are authenticated with key. That is 256 key as well. AES, Advanced Encryption Standard. That key we have to put security key. Next, enforce password requirement. As you said, like we should have a password set up like 8 to 16 characters only. It should be there. It should have a special character and all those things. Next, rotate credentials regularly. Frequently, you keep on changing your password. Like I think Gmail is asking every 6 months or 1 year. It is asking, right? Same thing. Next, audit credentials periodically. Keep on checking whether any credentials has been changed. So these are some suggestions for the question. How do we manage our credentials and authentication? So this is a best practices. AWS itself will suggest you. Similarly, in all the phases, AWS will come and help you. Now let us see AWS what they are saying. Why we need this pillars of AWS well architecture framework? That means whenever you're building an application or a website or something you're building, developing on top of AWS, they're asking you to follow the principles of these six pillars. Now let us see what are the principles of these pillars. First one, operational excellence. What is in by operational excellence? Can you suggest any application which is exceptional operation? The is nice. Okay, can we take Zomato, Swiggy, or even Redbus? Yes,
Yes.
yes. Now let us say Zomato. So starting from your register, you paying, you login, then you order or you select order payment. Then again, the restaurant person has to accept. Then the delivery boy has to accept. Then tracking has to come to you. In between tips also they will ask. In between again feedback last and delivered and feedback, and from next day they started sending you some updates. This is free, this is that is less price and all those things. Correct now? Now all these process, is anybody sitting and working on all these process?
No.
No, right. So it is automatically happening. That means all these are operational tasks. See, one after the other is an operational task. Now, all these operations are planned well, and whatever the messages has to come to the customer, it is automatically coming. There is no any issue. So our operation should be excellent. Now, if Zomato is slow in sending this message, or it's not delivery message not coming, and all those things happening, means what you will do? Will you go to Zomato or you will come to Swiggy? Now Swiggy is providing good. What you will do?
Swiggy.
Swiggy, right? No, same thing only. So our operations should be excellent. So for that, what is main thing is run and monitor systems to deliver business value, to continuously improve supporting process and procedures. I think previously there was no option like tips and all. Maybe 1 year back, I think so. Now they have added other features. Now again, that map was not previously not there. Now again map is there. Then where he is coming and all those things accurately. I mean they are keep on improvising. Correct, na? So that's the main thing. Always the key topics under this excellence pillar is automating changes. Keep on changing. Automate. Maximum you try to automate things. Respond to events. That means if somebody is, I think if you see Rapido and all, when you type Rapido, you booked a Rapido and it will automatically come, right? a message like don't cancel my order, please wait. Correct, na? It is coming, that can be automated, and again you message reply to them okay, then again it is coming automatically thank you. So now these are all automatic response, so wherever they want to automate they have automated. Next, defining standards to manage daily operations. Daily operations, like you can able to set a reporting structure also, like every day night 9 o'clock the report has to be sent to my mail id. It is also an automation. And again I think when you order in a Zomato, Swiggy or Rapid, wherever you will be get generated an invoice will getting generated. Maybe if you go for reimbursement it will be helpful for you. Correct now, so whatever the customer needs, whatever way we want to continuously improving it, so making sure that operation is excellent. That's a key area. Now what is the principle? So what AWS is saying, when you are designing an application or an architecture in AWS, you have to consider these pillars. In that pillars you have to go for the principles. Under operation excellence pillar, what are the design principles when you are designing the application? So perform operation as a code. That's the main what. Always keep the operation as a code. That means you automate. Next, make frequent small reversible changes. Reversible means what? I can able to come back to my original position back again. I don't want to stay continuously do that. If something is not working, please come back to my original position. Like some companies you might have seen their website, they might have changed the colors, but colors later they found that it's not really good. It's the original color. The previous color was really nice, so they'll come back to its original place. Same thing, reversible changes. Next, to refine operational procedures frequently. Refining means what? Refining. Where you heard this word refining? Where you heard this word refining? I think you might have heard in the sunflower refined oil, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So what does it mean by that? We are redefining again and again. Okay, can I reduce? Can I reduce? Can I reduce the purity? Same thing here. It is refined process means it might be a lot of steps. I want to reduce the steps again. Next, anticipate failure. That means if failure happens, what is my plan B? Always plan A is the primary and plan B will be the secondary. Next, all learn from all operational events and failures. So we have to learn from all our operations failures and events. Like nowadays, you can able to see somewhere. I think the bridge got broken, um bridge falls down. So all these are what issues because of operational issues, right? Next,
So Murali, what's the
so whenever
difference between refine versus enhance?
refine means what? So we are just purifying it. Refine means, see, I think when you see that ad and all in the discovery, they also right. So purifying multiple times they are purifying. That means initially I thought that there are four steps. Four steps is the correct step. Okay.
Hmm.
Now later I might identify one more tool which is reducing that work also, and I can finish the same work in two steps.
Okay.
Now there
So,
are 200 plus services I told you, right? Now
hmm.
Amazon is keep on adding services as well. Nowadays even easy to launch and all those things are automatically we can able to do in quick start. There is again simplified methods are also there. So what is operational is nothing but you have to identify any other shortest method is there, that we can keep on checking it.
So basically, it is from the existing list of procedures. We
Mhm.
will say we will refine things. Not that we
Mhm.
are going to add.
Mhm.
Is that a correct statement? Like we are not going to increase it, rather than we are going to fine tune
We'll
the
check if
existing
there is
list
any
of.
possible. Yes, fine tune exactly. Fine tune with that. Is there anything again? It's there some other shortcut method. We'll do that. Fine tune that. That's it.
Okay.
Yes, these are all just principles to be considered. That's it.
Okay.
Yes, these are the questions you should ask yourself when you're building a structure. That means the architecture will ask himself and answer. Because see, when you're building a house, you see the malls and all they're building. Like how much many blueprint, how many things are there. Under that, there's water has to be done, plumber work, lot of things are there. So before we start itself, they'll have a question, for this what you are going to do, for this what you are going to do. Same thing here, we are building, we are going to build it. Amazon is saying that, AWS is saying that, you go take care of these five principles. Under these things, you just ask yourself, how do I evolve you, how do you evolve operations, how do you manage workload and operation events, how do you understand health of your operations, how do you understand. So these are some questions you should ask yourself under the operational excellence. These are just a question for the solution architect whenever you are doing or developing some things. Same thing, these kind of questions will come for all the pillars. Okay. Next, security pillar. What is security pillar? Operational, we told, like operational excellence. Security means security of what?
Data.
Exactly, security of data. So just now, a few minutes back, we learned what is that, how to put security for our data.
Multi-factor authentication.
Yes, multi-factor authentication and providing IAM access. That is, whom I want to give access, only for him I will give access. Correct, na? So protect information systems and assets while delivering business value through risk assessment and mitigation strategies. What is in my mitigation? Mitigation strategies.
Eliminating the risk type.
Yes, eliminating the risk. That means if this is the problem is A and the solution is D, let us take. This they have already configured. If this kind of problem is there, you this is the solution. If this kind of problem is there, that is the solution. So mitigation strategies. So mainly protection of information and assets as well as systems business. That means our business should not get affected at any point. So always give protecting confident and integrity of data. Always should have accurate data. Identify, manage who can do what. It's not you will give access to everybody. Only we have to give person. Put some multi layers protecting system. Establishing controls to detect security events and try to breach the, what is the event action we have to take, or any alarms or something we have to. These are the key topics in focus on security pillar. Now, what are the design principles they are saying? Always implement a strong identity foundation. That is, who can able to access what. So proper IAM we have to give. Next, enable traceability. Who is acting, who is doing what, everything we have to track it. We put security at all the layers. We can able to put security. Automate security best practices. Always put security best practice, like as you said, MFA and all those things we can put, and password policies. Protect data both in transit also and at rest as well, and keep people away from data. Keep away people away from data. Next, prepare for security events. If something happens like this, what is in my event? What I have to do? What kind of action I have to take? That is a security design principles. Now, these are the questions we have to ask. That is, how do you secure your operator workload? How do you detect and investigate security events? How do you classify your data? How do you protect your data at rest? See, these are some of the questions we have to ask under the security questions. So this well architecture framework is only a theory only. Okay, but they will ask you on the cloud practitioner exam some 3 to 4 questions they will ask about which is coming under which principle. Okay. So next one is reliability principle. What is in the reliability? What is in the reliability?
It's something like to do with the dependency kind of a thing.
No, reliable means what?
Whom we can
Trustworthy.
trust on.
Yes, exactly. Trust. So can we trust AWS? That's what the question is. Can we trust AWS? If I want to trust, what? Why I will trust? Okay. So ensure a workload performs its intended function correctly and constantly when it's expected to. That means when I will trust something, when I use something or when I use regularly and it has to work as I wish. If at that time when I need, if it's not working, then I won't trust that. Correct. When I won't need that, I won't trust that. If my pen is not working on time, or if my car is not working on time, or my bike is not working on time and I want an urgency, then I won't trust that. Same thing, the workload, the performance has to be function as consistently also, without as whenever I expected to perform, it has to perform. Mainly, how will I can make my system perform, as I told multiple times, in an office, how many securities you need normally? How many securities you'll have in an office?
One.
One, sure.
Yeah, only at the entrance gate, the innocence at the reception
That's
section.
fine. But do you think only one security is working in a day?
No,
Yes, then how many securities will be there in an office?
maybe 3 to 4.
Okay, minimum what you're saying. Minimum how much should be there?
See, again,
Depends on
when
the
when
area how much it is. Like
Okay, if the building is very
also
big.
we
Okay,
have
let us take one square
CCTVs
feet.
everywhere. So
Let us take one floor only. Let us take one floor as a company. Okay, one floor only one entrance. How many security guys we need?
I think depends on the space, right? As Pali
if
said,
only one door is there for entry, then one security must be enough. Like changing the shifts, like if like whatever.
Changing the shift, then how can you say one is
One person, yeah, like 3 persons or 4 persons, maybe, yeah.
yeah,
minimum
three way.
two? Let us take
Hmm.
minimum two. Why two? He will take 12 hours. He will take 12 hours. At least 12 hours. Why we want to give 12 hours? Why don't we give 24 hours?
They need to take rest. Human beings.
Yes,
Work
exactly.
efficiency,
If
yeah.
if yes, work efficiency will get affected and he will fall sick. Correct? If we give 24 hours. Now if the work is splitted and given, what will happen? He will not fall sick. They will continuously work properly. Correct? 8 hours sleep or 6 hours sleep, whatever else they will do, and come back to their work again. Now, same thing, that's what they're saying. I want to trust a application that I have to design a distributed system, that is not one server, two servers, let it run. Let the application run on top of two servers, one and two, and that the load can be split into 50-50%. Now, what will happen? My server will not get fall unhealthy at any cost. Okay, that is one. Next one. That means I'm saying when we will trust this app, when I rely on this. So to make sure this app is reliable, we have to design a distributed system. Next, a recovery plan. Recovery plan means if something happen, is that data is backed up in an S3 bucket or something. Can it come back to its original position? That is what resilient. Can it come back to its original position faster? Next one, handling change. If some situation is there, I want to handle the change. That means change of data, change of things. Something we want to change it internally, whether it can able to handle sudden change. Let us say usually only 50,000 people will come and visit that website. Suddenly 1 million came or 1 lakh people came. Now how can it handle change? So all these things are key topics on reliability pillar. Now, what is the principle they are saying? So, always automatically recover from failure. Always keep plan A and plan B. Immediately, whenever this is fall down, immediately it has to start. Next, test recovery procedures like a backup. Check it whether this backup procedure is working properly. Next, scale horizontally to increase aggregate workload ability. Horizontally means, like as I told you, the servers will keep on adding. Servers will keep on adding in the right side. Will not keep on the below. So that's what it's saying, horizontal scaling. Next, stop guessing capacity. Whatever workload comes, my application should be able to manage. So we should not worry about the capacity, whether it can able to handle or not. Manage change in the automation. We will keep on changing the automation process also. that also should be able to manage and work properly. So those are the things when we are having the reliability pillar design principles. Next, what are the questions you should ask yourself when you are designing an application under the reliability principle? So, failure management, change management, workload, how do you implement change, how do you data backup? So, these questions we should keep the answer ready and then we'll proceed. Next comes for performance efficiency. What is in by performance efficiency? Okay. How can you make an employee work efficiently? Or how will you identify what is its efficiency? Let
How
us
much
take one.
time is taken to complete that task, or like by
Mm-hmm.
noting down the time?
Mm-hmm. Will they show the real potential? Let us take everyone in the company are doing a task. Every day they are doing 30 tasks only. Normally they will task 30 tasks. 9 o'clock they are coming and 6 o'clock they are leaving. Okay, 30 tasks. Now the new employee join also. He will check na. As you said, we keep on checking them
Yeah.
whether how many they are done. Now this new employee also, even though he is fully efficient, he can able to do more than that. He will do more or he will do join with these people and do only 30. What you are saying?
Yes,
We'll
New
possibility.
do
employee
only
maybe in
30.
initial stage. Huh?
The
Yes.
possibility is there.
Yes.
We will do only 30.
He will do only 30. Yeah? Yes. Maybe initially he will do 40. Maybe later he might understand everyone are doing only 30. Then I also will go and do 30. Correct na? Now, how will you identify a person's potential, real potential, efficiency? You know, this is just a general question, which I think it's related to this topic. So no one can make an employee, even as no one can make an employee to complete his task faster, only unless and until it is a say. Okay, let us say I want to what the vice managers will do. Na, you want our task work to be completed faster. But if you give the task in the morning or if you give to the employee, he will do slowly only. So now what he will do? He want the work to be completed faster.
Motivate.
Or some
Motivate.
reward.
Personal reward. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what.
Uh-huh. Yes. No, without
Or
giving
competition in the
motivation and
team,
without
like
giving personal
who,
reward.
yeah.
Okay. You're near again. Without giving motivation, without giving rewards, how can we make an employee efficient?
Oh.
Shall I say it?
Like
Yes.
there would like who would get the best employee or something like that. Reward that only would be the like best way to make them
No,
work.
no, no. No, not all employee. One employee, we know that he has the potential, but he is not doing. But you want the work to be done by him.
Mm.
Create a kind of a competitive environment wherein, like, say
Mm-hmm.
that uh,
Mm-hmm.
your colleague is delivering 30, but if you deliver
Mm.
more than 30,
Mm.
I can say recommend for something, something.
Yeah, fine. Okay, I will give you one more. I will just say my thought. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. is the work timing. I want the work to be done within 1 hour. I have to go and give the task only at 5 p.m.
Hmm.
You're getting now? Because 6 p.m. he has to leave. He will do faster at last 1 hour. So at the time we
Yes.
go to 5 o'clock, we'll give the task to him. He will finish it within 6 o'clock, and he'll give it to us. Right now, so no employee, no one can make an employee efficient until and unless it is a last minute. So last minute when you give, you will know the real potential of that guy. Whoever is doing like ten files only is typing means in the last 1 hour he'll finish all the 10 files also. Correct. Now maybe in the offices you know how people will work. Maybe we ourselves also, when it is also at our age maybe. Fine. Coming here, we use performance efficiency. Now we want to perform, improve our performance. Let us take your office is having a security guy who is giving a login time and logout time. Correct now? Login time, logout time. You are signing and going. Okay. Now, now are we still doing the same process nowadays in the offices?
Now thumbprint is there, right?
Yes, exactly. Thumbprint. Again, card swiping is there.
Card is
Yes. Yes. So, what is the benefit of this?
accuracy.
Yes, accuracy one. Second, now if you
Maybe
yeah,
something like automation, automatic way
yes,
of performing.
exactly, automation. Yes, Balakrishnan, you are trying to say something.
Yeah, so we come to know the employees' efficiency, like at what time he comes in, what time they go to the data which.
Tracking.
Ah, that is already you're logging in like the security guy also. You're signing in, sign out, no?
A tracking
Yes, maybe
mechanism
security.
also.
Mm-hmm. Yes, security guy. If you give 10 rupees, he will change the time and date. Right. Mm. Then the thing is again the monthly report, the monthly payroll is connected now. Correct na? The monthly payroll is connected. Now automatically I don't know as a security guy how many of them present, how many days and all those things. I just download the report, I just calculate the payroll and will send it. Correct na? So now, what they are suggesting to improve the efficiency, use all the IT resources, IT and compute resources efficiently to meet the system requirements and to maintain that efficiency as the demand is also changing and the technology is also evolving. The technology has evolved. Now, if we are going and say, no, no, I will not take a fingerprint machine, I will not take the ID card swiping machine and all, then what we think? That means we are not making our work efficient. Still we keep on following the same. So that's what they are suggesting. Use all the resources, new resources and technologies, use it and try to improve the performance, selecting the right resource types and sizes based on the workload requirements. Monitor performance, keep on monitoring, making informed decisions to maintain efficiency as a business needs. So when we say this one, we can also set in the timer na. If it's 10:15 he logged in, out of 10 o'clock is shift 10:15, above 10:15 he logged in, it will automatically considered as auto leave. Correct na? Is it marking as leave, half a day leave or 1 day leave? It is marking na. I think three late comings, three late markings, it is marked as 1 day absent. Like that, we can able to set that also. Now, what principles they are saying? Democratize advanced technologies. So advanced technology we use, go global in minutes. We can able to use AWS, go global in minutes. Use serverless architectures. It's not necessary we have to launch the server only. Go with serverless architecture wherever we need. Experiment more often. Keep on practicing, checking, experiment it whether it is working fine or not, and all those things. Consider mechanical sympathy. So whatever it is working or not, you just check it. So that's your performance efficiency principles. What are the questions we'll be asking? How do you select the best performing architecture? How do you monitor? How do you trade offs to improve performance? So these kind of questions we should ask under the performance efficiency. Next one, cost optimization pillar. So you want to reduce the cost. What you have to do?
Automation.
Yes,
Automation.
automation. Okay. Then Let us take a real life scenario. What? Let us take we are getting 25,000 salary. Now, what you will do first in the 25,000 salary? If you are staying in a room or rent or whatever it is,
Pay the rent.
pay the rent. Let us take how much? How much you will take?
10,000.
8,000, 10,000. Okay. Next one, what we'll do?
Pay the loans.
Okay. How much? 3,000 to 5,000.
5,000.
Okay. Then
Pay the monthly expenses, like monthly
food.
standard expenses. No.
Mm-hmm.
Food, standard, like electricity, then
Mm-hmm.
water,
Mm-hmm.
then say
That all
internet
let us
bills.
take in this 10,000. Okay, it will not cover 10,000 water and electricity. Let us take 1,000 rupees.
Hmm.
Okay. Again,
Food.
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 Okay. How much? 5,000. Huh?
Hmm.
Okay. Let us take travel.
2,000.
3,000. Let us say. Okay.
3,000. Okay.
2,000. Okay. Now remaining 1,000. You will try to save it. Correct now?
Hmm.
But you will not be able to save it. Some function will come. Our friends will ask you 1,000 rupees. Give me 1,000 rupees. How the function will come? We cannot able to save that. Correct. Now, how can you reduce the cost? Where you will reduce the cost? What is cost optimization? How will you reduce the cost? Now let us
Track
take this.
the
Hmm.
expenses, like
Yes. Hmm.
how, like where and all I'm spending more. Like say, there are
Hmm.
standard expenses which you cannot avoid,
Hmm.
but there are variable expenses, right? Like say
Hmm.
food
Hmm.
or maybe travel. Instead of going by bus, go by walk or get into the quick ride types of
Yes.
it.
So reduce the cost means what we have to do now. First of all,
We need to track where exactly the cost is incurring more
yes,
and
exactly. And then and then
identify way to
and then we have to
reduce.
do
Then we have to
exactly. So what we have to do first of all. Hmm.
we to
Cost
automate,
optimization is
reduce.
nothing but. Hmm. Yes. Finally, you said one word. Okay. We have track and what we have to do reduce. Correct. Now reduce in sense where we have to reduce. First we have to reduce what?
Unnecessary.
Avoid unnecessary cost. When you avoid unnecessary cost itself, automatically the cost is optimized, right? In our life also, in where or here also. So understand then controlling where money is being spent, as you said, and selecting the more appropriate and right number of resources, and analyze spending over time. How much we have spent over time, we have to track it, and scale to meeting business needs without overspending. Without overspending, we keep on checking, scaling to meet the business needs without overspending. So these are the key things. And what are the principles they are saying? So implement cloud financial management. So financial management, as we mentioned previously, we put 1% here itself for keep on checking and monitoring. Next, adopt a consumable model. So whether it is working. Now, what is your target audience? Only your target audience is 10,000 people. Means what is that? That minimum budget is enough. Measure overall efficiency, whether it is okay, fine, efficiently it's working or not, and stop spending on undifferentiated heavy lifting, that is not taking a physical server. And analyze and attribute expenditures, keep on analyzing your expenditures, where and all we can reduce, we have to keep on checking it. So these are the design principles of cost optimization. Now, what are the questions we have to ask ourselves? We have to ask ourselves: manage demand and supply, optimize over time, how will you evaluate new service, how do you implement cloud financial management, and all those things we have to ask ourselves so that we can able to reduce the cost. Now here AWS we have one more tool called Well Architecture Framework tool itself. Now what this tool will do, this tool will give you access to the knowledge and best practices used by AWS architects whenever you want. What it will do, it will delivers a action plan with step-by-step guidance on how to build best workload cloud. That means when you click your well architecture framework tool, it will come to your current settings. It will current settings and it will suggest you whether you want to increase the server size, decrease the server size, what are all the ways we can reduce the cost, how can we make your process efficient. So all these suggestions will be provided by well architecture framework tool. It provides a consistent process for you to review and measure your cloud architecture. So this is also one of the service, but it's just giving you suggestions what are all the best way you can able to do reduce the cost. So that's what here in well architecture. So the well architecture framework provides a consistent approach to evaluate cloud architecture and guidance to help implement designs. Now a well architecture framework documents a set of design principles and best practices as well, which will enable you to understand if a specific architecture aligns well with cloud best practices. We talk about the six pillars, and the six pillars have set of design principles and best practices. So those things we have seen now. Next, we'll go for reliability and availability. Now, we'll try to finish this module today. Only two, three sections. Reliability and availability. Okay, let us take this one. A situation where you have a car, okay, and you want to go for a wedding function on morning 7 a.m. You are starting your car. The car is not getting started. Some coolant problem. 7 a.m. it is happening. You want to go for the wedding. What you will do?
Go by auto.
Okay, go by auto. Fine. What you will do the car?
Car.
Call the mechanic and ask him.
Yes, you call the mechanic and ask him to repair. Correct, na?
But at 7 o'clock,
Okay.
where do you find?
No, fine. No, you go back, go over to the function and come back, and then you call the
Okay.
mechanic and repair and keep it ready, na?
Okay. Okay. No, no. I was thinking like at 7 o'clock, what do
To
you?
do it. Fine, fine. You take a cab or auto, you take and you go there. Function is important. We cannot wait for the car to get ready. Okay, so
Okay.
later you come back and you will mechanic, you will call and repair. Fine. So this is on Wednesday. Now again, Monday or Friday, let us take somebody has passed away and you want to go to that place. Now you already on Thursday you get the car repaired and kept it ready. Now again 7 o'clock you are trying to leave. Again the car is not getting started, maybe due to breakdown issue, some other repair. It is not getting started. Now what you will do?
Same.
Same, take an auto and you go and you'll call the mechanic.
Yeah.
Yes, and repair it ready. Okay, fine. Next, again, next Monday, you starting the car, and again you're starting the car at 7 a.m. for some other function, office meeting or something. You're starting the car, but again it's not starting due to some other issue, coolant breakdown and other accelerator issue, something is issue. Now what you will do?
This time I will sell this car.
Okay. So you will sell this car, correct? Na? Now that's called. Will you trust this car now? Will you trust this car now?
Now,
No,
no.
no, correct? Na? Now
Yes.
same thing only. What AWS says, everything fails all the time. Werner Vogels from CTO of Amazon says they have to think in a way everything fails all the time. So what is the solution for it? Now same thing here you can able to see. The car, its breakdown first issue, next ignition issue, then cooling issue. Okay, so 3 times the car was not starting at all. Now let us take the car is having a timeline. Let us take Monday afternoon, Monday afternoon to Friday afternoon. How many days? Monday afternoon to Friday afternoon?
It is
3 days, huh?
five.
Monday noon to Friday noon, 5 days, huh?
Maybe 4 days.
Yes, 4 days. Now, what they're saying, Monday noon to Friday noon, it will work. But Friday noon to Monday noon, it will not work. How many days? 3 days. Not work. Now, will you trust this car? Will you take this
Not
car?
really.
But will you? This is the only car you have. Now, will you take this car
Then
outside?
I'll trust.
Ah,
No, outside no.
no. Okay. If you are decided to take the car, when you will take?
Maybe only on weekdays then. The Monday noon to Friday noon. Other days
Exactly.
I'll keep it at home.
So I can trust this car only from Monday noon to Friday noon.
Right.
These 3 days, that is Friday noon to Monday noon, I cannot trust. Correct, na? So that's
Yes.
called this one meantime between failures. That is, before the failure or the time before failure, I can trust it. Before the time, before the time of failure, I can trust it. After that fail, I cannot trust it. That's what here we are saying. System brought online. So Monday to Friday noon, totally 96 hours I can trust him. And time to repair, mean time to repair, that is 72 hours. From Friday noon to Monday noon, 72 hours I cannot trust. Now, what is the overall component? Time between failures, that is 96 plus 72 hours, total 168 hours in a week. In that 168 hours, I can trust 96 hours. I can trust 96 hours. The car, remaining time, I cannot be able to trust. That's called your reliability matrix. That is how far I can rely on this. I can rely on this only from Monday noon. After this Friday noon to Monday noon, I cannot rely on this. Okay, this is just a reliability metrics. So same thing, Amazon has faced failures in the initial stages. Then they have trust. Then they have trust in sense they have built the components in similar way. Now they have become, as you might have seen in the S3 bucket we learned. I told 11 9s of durability. 11 9s means what? 99.99999. 11 nines should come. Same thing. Number of nines represents nothing but 99.99% available. I can able to trust this. So normal operation time down divided by total time. Just now we learn 96 hours. I can trust total time is 168 hours. So in that 168 hours, I can trust 96. Like this, Amazon has put this reliability in all its services, and they find out which are all I can trust and which are all will be available. Now let us see here. High availability means what? High availability means what? That is, system can withstand some measures of degradation while still remaining available. So downsize is minimized. That means, for example, you have a bike. Let us take you have a bike. Maybe in your at your small age, you might have a bike, your favorite bike or your own bike, correct? And your house is here, and the bunk is petrol bunk is near 5 kilometers. Let us take 5 kilometers. Now your bike has only 4 kilometers of petrol. 4 kilometer only it has a petrol. Now what you will do? The bunk is 5 kilometers. In your bike you have petrol for 4 kilometers. It's your personal bike. What you will do? You have to reach the bunk.
So I'll drive for 4 kilometers. stop the bike and
Uh-huh.
bring petrol from that fifth kilometer petrol pump.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So 4 kilometers you'll drive and keep it and walk and go and get the petrol, huh?
That's first option.
Okay. What about others? Sheikh Mohammed Balakrishnan, you got any experience? You had any experience?
Our second option would be like
Mm.
I travel very fast
Ah,
and reach almost near to the petrol pump, and from there I'll just drag the vehicle and fill the petrol.
yes, exactly. Now, what you said is right, where you will rise, okay? But before that, you will talk to the bike. Please drop me, man. One
Yeah.
kilometer I cannot go. Yes, you will talk to
Yes.
the
Yes.
bike. Yes, that is called a trust. Now, if you think that that bike will do that, it'll exactly go and stop in front of the petrol bunk. But it has to, you have to talk to the bike. It's not, I'm just saying for just a comic or something like that. I'm just saying it might happen. It has happened to me. It might have happened to you guys also if you have trust on your bike. The bike will do. That's called trust. Now, that's what the same thing here. Degradation. That means even though you are in the low level, it will still withstand. It will still remain available. Okay. Now, downtime is minimized. Even though the system has a very low memory, also, it will try to pull it up until you fix that issue. It will try to be available. It will not leave your application downtime. So minimal human intervention is required. That is called highly available. It will not like you have to come every time. Minimal human intervention, maximum to try to reduce the size. Still degradation is there. It will still remain to available. Right. Next, availability test. Now Amazon has tested in this kind of situation. Amazon also has come across these kind of situations. So you see, in a year, how many days we have? We have 365 days. Okay. Now, why we are saying this S3 bucket is 99% or 11 minus of durability and all, they have come across situations like this. You see here, there was an application category where the task was batch processing and data extraction is happening and data transfer is happening and load job is happening. At that time, there was some issue. There was some issue. That issue was solved within 3 days, 15 hours. Now, this 3 days, 15 hours, if you calculate by 365 divided by 365, it will come as 99%. They have solved the issue in 3 days, 15 seconds. Now, same thing, internal tools like knowledge management, project tracking was happening. There was some issue. There was some issue. They solved it within 8 hours, 45 minutes. 8 hours, 45 minutes. That's why they're saying 99.99%. They are dividing this into 365 divided by 365. Next, online commerce point of sale. That is in the Amazon and all, you might have seen the new mobile they are launching means at 12 o'clock they will say tomorrow afternoon 12 o'clock the mobile is going to launch. Correct na? That is called point of sale, mainly on the online commerces. Now at that time there will be millions of users will be trying to reach that website. Now at that time there was some downfall, there was some issue. Now what they have done, they have solved that issue within 4 hours 22 minutes. That's why you're saying 99.95 percentage. Same thing, the video broadcasting systems, they have some issue. They solved within 52 minutes. AWS. Next, same thing, AWS, ATM transaction telecommunication systems and all. They have solved the issue within 5 minutes. That's why they're saying 99.9999%. So this is how they have already tested it, how we can able to trust AWS resources, and they have tested and they solved the issue within a short time. That's why they are mentioning the availability percentage, the durability percentage, and availability percentage. Now, what are the factors that influence availability? Mainly fault tolerance. That is, fault tolerance means what? What are fault tolerance? It has to move on. So for that, built-in redundancy of an application components and ability to remain operational. That is, redundancy means what? I told you in the 13 points. Redundancy means what? Multiple copies. We always keep multiple copies of the item so that you can start immediately. Next, scalability, accommodate increase in capacity needs without changing the design. We keep on increasing the server and decreasing the server whenever it is not in use. Same thing, recoverability, keep a restore service factor. That is, keep a backup always. Whenever a catastrophic event happen, it will automatically, from the backup, it has to go to the original file, original server. So the process, policy, and procedures that are related to restoring service after a catastrophic event happens. So this also we have to set so that it will be always highly available. So all the three factors, main factors to influence availability is always your site should be available means you should have multiple copies, you should have increase and decrease capacities, that is scaling, scalability, and you should have a backup copy so that automatically it will work all the time. Coming to the end of this section, so this is reliability, which is just a measure of your system's ability to provide functionality when desired by the user, and it can be measured in terms of MTBF, that is mean time between failures. When can I trust? When I should not trust? Next, availability. Availability is nothing but the percentage of time that the system is operating normally or correctly performing the operations expected of it. And three factors that influence availability of your application are fault tolerance, scalability, and recoverability. Next, we can design your workload and applications to highly available, but there is a cost trade-off to consider. So, highly available architecture we can create, but we have to take more cost because we might be launching multiple subnets, multiple subnets and internet facility as well. Okay, now coming for the third one, AWS Trusted Advisor. Do you remember AWS Trusted Advisor? We learned in the second module. It'll give you recommendations. Do you remember that you only for freely it'll give recommendations? This is a automatic tool which will give you recommendations, best practices. Now let us see it will work. It's an online tool that provides real-time guidance to help you provision your resources following your AWS best practices. So here you can able to see in five factors. In five categories, it will give you the suggestions. One is cost optimization, another one is performance, security, fault tolerance, and service limits. Based on these categories, it will give you recommendations. Let us see these five categories. Now, here you see cost optimization. It is saying 9 things are correct. That is nothing issue. Now, here you can able to see this is a warning symbol. The yellow thing is warning, and this red one is danger. That means you have to do compulsory. Warning means okay, it's fine, but you have to take care. That's what this suggestion. So here you see 32 is correct, 2 is warning, 2 is danger. Now fault tolerance 14 is correct, 2 warning, 1 danger. And these are all no warning, no danger, nothing. It's going fine. Let us see some examples how this AWS trusted advisor will recommend you on what kind of situations. Let us see. First one. What is this one? Just now I told you. What is this?
It's information.
Warning, warning or danger?
It's warning.
Warning. This one is warning.
It's not danger.
Yes, this is a danger. Red is danger. Yellow is warning. So now
LS one.
what they are saying in trusted advisor? MFA root account. That means what? You see the alert is criteria shows MFA not enabled on the root account. Trusted advisor itself will give you the alert and it will recommend you. So you see a recommendation, log into your root account and activate an MFA. So it will suggest you and it will give you a description also. If you don't understand also, it will give you a full description also. That you want means we can read it. Otherwise you can easily understand alert criteria will check MFA not enabled. Okay. Log into your root account and activate MFA. Good. So now we'll do that. Next one. What is this one? warning. Correct, na? What they are saying, IAM password policy you didn't put. That is, password is enabled, but at least one content requirement is not enabled. What is in my content requirement in the password? What is content requirement?
Um,
What is content requirement? That means when you
is
set
it
a password, you should
following?
say na,
Yeah.
8 to 16 characters. In that, one should be uppercase, one should be lowercase, one should be special character. Like this, we have to set a password policy. That's what it's saying. Warning only, IAM password policy was not set. So if content requirements are not enabled, consider enabling them. No password policy is enabled, create and configure one. That's what it is recommending. Okay. Next one, security groups. What is the security groups? It's in danger. Why? Because we have given, you see, security group, we have given as 0.0.0/0. That means what? Anyone can access 0.0. We have written in the networking lab, the networking module. So you see, security group as a resource has a source IP address with zero suffix. With zero suffix, that means there is no port number, nothing. Now it will be accessed by anyone. So recommended to put restriction to only one IP address that is required, or put a suffix and set the suffix /32. Make sure that you to delete overly permissive permissive rules after creating the rules that are more restrictive. So first you put a restricted rule, then require you remove it. Require you remove allow one by one or remove it later. But first always don't give full access. Always put a security groups. That's what this recommending. Next one, Amazon snapshot. Amazon snapshot. So we already mentioned Amazon snapshot means EBS snapshots. That is, always it will take the EBS snapshot regularly. But what has happened, you see, since the alert criteria shows the most recent volume snapshot is between 7 to 30 days. That means it's very old snapshot. With this old snapshot, we are not going to do anything. It is utter waste. So always create a weekly or monthly snapshot of your volume. That is, take that screenshot of that EC2 instance with the EBS and store it in your S3 bucket. Store it in your S3 bucket weekly once or every day or volume per month properly you put. Then it is correct. If it's very old also, it is not good. So that's what it is saying. EBS snapshots. Next one, bucket logging. So it's a warning. What it is saying, the bucket does not have server login access enabled. The target bucket permission do not include in our account. That means we already told that cloud trial. What? Cloud trial will keep all the records. That is log records. Who came, what time he came, he did in S3, what he did in S3 bucket, everything it will record. But the owner who created this bucket, whenever he comes and change something, it is not recording. Because here we mentioned, see, bucket does not include the owner account. So now what they are suggesting, you see, enable bucket logging for most buckets. If the target bucket permission do not include the account user, account owner, you want trusted advice to check the logging status, add the owner account as a grantee. Now what they're saying, add this owner account also as a grantee. Now what will happen in the log trails, in the logs, in the backend, it will keep on mentioning it as whenever the owner comes and access S3, it will show it as grantee came, grantee opened this, grantee created this bucket, grantee created everything. So with the owner account also should be tracked. That's what it is suggesting. That's what it put in the warning. It's up to us. It's in the warning. Like this, it'll keep on giving you recommendations on categories. All those five categories, it will give you recommendations. So coming to the end of this section, section 3, key takeaways. So The AWS Trusted Advisor is an online tool that provides a real-time guidance to help you provision your resources by following AWS best practices. AWS Trusted Advisor looks at your entire AWS environment and gives you real-time recommendations in 5 categories. You can use AWS Trusted Advisor to help you optimize your AWS environment as soon as you start implementing your architecture designs. Okay, so coming to the end of this section, describes the well architecture framework. What are the 6 pillars we saw, and reliability and availability, and trusted advisor and recommendations we saw. Coming to the knowledge check, a sysops engineer working at the company wants to protect their data in transit and at rest. So what services could they use to protect their data? So this is not related to all these questions in this chapter, but if you understand this from the previous storage, you can able to easily answer. What might be the answer? I want to protect the data both in transit and at rest also.
All of the above.
Okay. Yes. Others? I want to protect the data both in rest and normally at transit also. What Rupali, Balakrishnan, Shaikh Mohammed?
I go for B. I think elastic block storage.
Okay. What Rupali?
The elastic block storage, I think so. This is for the
Storage. Yes. Three also storage. Everything has storage only. But the data has to be protected in transit and rest also for where it will applicable.
All, I think so. D option.
Okay. Shaikh?
Uh, C.
Okay. So it is all of the above. Correct answer is all of the above. Because all are storage. So storage where we need to protect the data as well as at rest. Again, load balancing, it will transit data. So that also should be protected. So everywhere it should be encrypted. It is encrypted. Fine. So answer is all of the above. Fine. So we have completed this ninth module. Tomorrow is the last module, that is 10th module. We will try to finish that. And the next 3 days we'll do the practicals. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe by Friday we will completing this course. Maybe if we take more time, we'll do one more day and we'll try to finish it. Okay. I'll give you
Okay.
some more lab materials also. If you are free, you can able to try that as well. We'll see how many practical we can able to do in this next coming days, upcoming 3 days. Okay.
And just
Hmm.
one question. So this the test, right?
Mhm.
Do we have any time frame within which we have to write the test and complete it, or
No, no, no. It's up to
okay,
you only. You
okay,
decide, you coolly practice, read the question and answer, be thorough,
okay,
then you go and take the test. Otherwise, it's
okay.
again 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees you are wasting, right? And
Yeah,
as I
that's
told you,
true.
you will have time to achieve that 100% voucher. You keep on daily log into that educate and do that so that you will get a free voucher. First time you
Correct.
take the exam, next time AWS itself will give you 50% voucher once you complete a test and pass it.
Okay,
So that will be helpful for you to next in case if you are going for a solution architect, that will be helpful for you. So
okay,
first you be thorough in this cloud practitioner. I will send you practical lab materials also. Practice that as well. If you want, let me know. I'll just give you other videos as well. You can try watching it and do that as well, so that you'll get more practical knowledge, which will be easy for you to clear the interviews. I mean, clear the test also and interviews also.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
upload this document. Yeah. Thank you.
sure.
Yeah.
Have a nice
Thank you
day.
all.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.